All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's finally quit raining here in California. So I hope you're actually outside and able to enjoy the day. I want to talk with you guys. Last week we talked about the food stamps ending, the last of the plus up, the added amount that was deposited to everyone's account last Sunday. So there's not going to be any more food stamp boost. And I would love to have a dialogue with you guys through the chat about how that's going to affect you. And or we can just talk about how like grocery stores and the prices of it, like inflation are affecting your day-to-day life. Also, we can talk about anything finance related or just chat. I'm just in here for whatever you guys might need. I am seeing people still needing my claimer link. So that's always linked in the description down below. It is a little bit easier now to get through to the EDD, but some people are still having trouble. So that, of course, is a paid service. I do get commission off of it. And I wish that you guys were not still needing that service. So they help call the unemployment office, they help call the franchise tax board, they help call the IRS. So if you need help with any of those getting through, good morning, Debbie. Let's see. The little green guy was sad the last time I had him. So I guess we'll make him happy that you're in here. I wouldn't want you to miss him. Yeah, someone pointed out that I say a lot during these lives, and now I'm like really paying attention to how much I say that. I have on like a little spring Easter dress today. I don't know if I'll wear this to work. That's what I have on for the live. Tara says, I saved my food stamps to feed my son on the half time I have him. My worker says I'm getting 24 this month. Guess I'm losing more weight. It's really rough if all you're getting is $24. And it's crazy how much the minimum amount that they can give you is. Try and make it stretch, really watch the sales, try and go to Food for Less, Superior, Northgate, like a Rancho Bodega, watch the sales, try and really stretch it as far as you can. And again, if you need to go to the food bank, don't be embarrassed about that or feel any type of way about that. There's no shame in that. My mom does that. My mom partially does it just to get out and be social. I think most seniors qualify. Regardless of income levels. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I seem to remember my mom telling me when she first started getting it, because she was going to her senior center and she was eligible. I think that's because they want to make sure that the seniors are having nutritionally balanced meals. So they make sure that they're eligible for the food stamps so that they can not the food stamps. They make sure that they're eligible for the food bank so that they can kind of help make sure that they're getting balanced meals. A lot of seniors have trouble driving themselves to the grocery store. And so they just kind of eat. It's really sad, but they're just eating like expired canned food that they have from years ago, or they're not eating at all. So most seniors are eligible for the food bank so that they can have balanced meals. Aw, thank you, Debbie. I might be ready for work, although this has my tattoo showing. I have a sweater that has like this blue lavender in it that I can put over it though. So when I go to work, I don't have my tattoo show. So yeah. Okay. Time for the movie report. Let me see if there's another comment here that's finance related, because I know people have told me that they've tuned in to talk about finance and saving money, and then they get annoyed when I switch off to movies. But I do work at a movie theater, so I enjoy talking about that. All right. Eves says, GM fam, good morning, fam. Anyone else having problems with the online portal for EDD this morning? It says I can't connect to the server. Give me 2 seconds. Let me share my screen and see if I have trouble getting in. So give me 1 second. I might unbox something as well. So I was on Amazon. I was going to link to the thing that I might unbox. I don't know. Okay, so that's where I was. Let's go to EDD. Our good buddy, the EDD. All right. Can I log in? I might have to stop. I'm going to have to stop sharing my screen. Give me 2 seconds. We're not ready to share the screen. So let me remove this from the stream really quick. Tattoos are not illegal at work. Nothing's illegal. They do prefer us to have them covered for it to be more professional. And I know that we've moved so far past where tattoos would not be considered unprofessional. Also, they don't really match the dress because they're very colorful and I've got pastels. But anyway, um, once I was helping somebody and they were not happy, and when they wrote into corporate office, which very rarely happens when I'm dealing with the guest, they're normally leave satisfied, but these people were not. They said the manager with the tattoos because I ran outside really quick without my blazer on. It does still have a bit of a negative connotation. So I cover them up. And yeah, they don't force us to. They're not illegal, but they encourage us to cover them. I'll put it that way. And I'm okay with that. It's been that way since I was pretty young with this company. So, okay, let's see here. I'm going to try and log on to the EDD, and then I'm going to add that back to the stream. I'm going to see what happens when I try and log in. Oops. Oh, dang it. Why is it doing this? This is a me error, not you guys. All right, so UI online. I'm in with no problems. I'll go ahead and share my screen. But yeah, I got in no problem. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the server. Sometimes that can be if your Wi-Fi is down. Just try maybe logging out and logging back in. I hate saying that, but a lot of times that really does fix the issue. So maybe give that a try. Okay. Sometimes they do maintenance to their website. Yeah, it doesn't look like that's the issue though today. Also, if you can either use a friend's phone or your daughter's phone or a computer versus a laptop. Oh, I don't know. I haven't changed it. Let's change the sad face up there. Where is it? What do we want today? We'll do the money. No, we'll do a little baby bat. How about that? Oops. Or these were some designs that Jenny Silver made for me. Let's put this one up here today. Oh, but I like the transparent. Do we have transparent background? We'll do that one. So Jenny Silver helped create those. All right, now I'll go back to the comments. Okay, so we've changed it and we've got that, the little banner. Okay. Eves, thanks a lot. You'll take my advice. You're in the Bay Area. Perhaps there's something going on. Yeah, a lot of times it's just your phone or it doesn't. It's just something with the Wi-Fi, something like that. You could also try if you're accessing it from your phone instead of a desktop, you could try going to your 5G or just totally restarting your phone. Also, definitely if you switch to a laptop or a physical computer instead of your phone, or if you're already on a computer, if you switch to using your phone, that should be able to get you in so that you can certify for benefits. Let's see. Do you guys? Okay. Well, yeah, let's talk about movies for a second. Hi, Scotty. Okay. Yes, the Air movie is coming to my theater. We're currently playing Dungeons& and Dragons, and that's the number 1 movie for us this weekend, and it looks like it's gonna be the number 1 movie for the weekend as well, surpassing John Wick 4, which is also at my movie theater this weekend. Um, what else are we getting next week? We're gonna go ahead and get the Super Mario Brothers movie next week as well. I'm at an age when video games first came out, me and my mom would play Pac-Man. That actually used to be, I'm gonna remove the EDD screen. My mom and I, our big Friday night out when I was little used to be, hi mom, going to Tasty Freeze, which I don't think they have those anymore, but the Tasty Freeze, and getting like a chocolate dipped soft serve ice cream cone and then playing Pac-Man, their arcade Pac-Man. So that was like popular when I was growing up. So also a really fun night for your kids. If you still have like, which is the one, is it Rite Aid that used to be Thrifties? Because we also used to sometimes go to Thrifties and get ice cream cones and then go play like a couple of quarters at an arcade. So that is an affordable night out if you still have that by you. Anyway, so my mom's also saying this. Okay, so back to Super Mario Brothers though for a second. Super Mario Brothers is opening, and I think I want to see it, even though video games, like I was already kind of too old for video games by the time those really kind of came out. My mom is not planning on doing an Easter show, but okay, so lots of stuff with my mom. So during the pandemic, she broke her collarbone, her shoulder, something in here. And now it's hard for her to reach up. And she's 75. She'll be 76 this June. It's getting harder for her her feet are bothering her. She can't walk for long periods of time on some days, depending on how her feet are affecting her. Her balance is off sometimes, right? So she used to make a little extra side hustle money, and prior to it just kind of being more like a little extra side hustle money, she used to sell at the swap meet and make a pretty good profit. My mom used to be one of those extreme couponers. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but she would buy the stuff really like basically for free, where sometimes they would give us like a few pennies back. She was very good at it. She would drive from store to store. They changed how you can extreme coupon here in the state of California. And then they changed some of the regulations on how you could sell food at the swap meet. So, but anyway, my mom used to sell at the swap meet, and I was thinking, Mom, that maybe you should try and get some spring items together, and like maybe just the first Sunday of every month, maybe you should come and like sell stuff out of my driveway. We've talked about this before. So, also, my mom's truck is not in the best condition anymore. So, and I really want her to have a Tesla Cybertruck. I really think that would be good because I'm nervous about her driving and seeing and things like that. Anyway, in terms of the food bank, my mom says you still have to qualify for food banks according to income. Many loosened the rules during the pandemic and are still allowing individuals to decide their own needs and check your local area. What was the thing that you qualified for just because you're a senior? I know for a while, my mom gets all sorts of free food, right? She gets a government box like delivered right to her doorstep. Then there's like maybe it's like Meals on Wheels. Remember where they were delivering you like the 5 frozen meals a week? Is that it? Anyway, okay, back to the movies. So, we are getting Air, we're getting Super Mario Brothers, and I'm excited to see that, and I think both of those would be movies that my mom would wanna see. Also, my mom will come see, like, whatever with me just because she likes spending time with me, so that's awesome. She The last movie we saw together was Cocaine Bear, which was a fun movie. I liked it, my mom liked it. Based on a true story. I think that's streaming now. That's not playing at my movie theater anymore. And then also Dungeons and Dragons apparently is really good. Everybody says it's kind of a comedy and it's kind of a good family film, so I might pick her up. So that's going to be 3 movies we need to see together. Next, we're going into spring break this week, hence the spring dress. Also, Debbie, I think that this dress might be a little bit too short. to actually wear to work because I've gained a little bit of weight since I apparently first bought it. So I'm not sure this is going to be a good work dress. But yeah, we're getting Air, Super Mario Brothers, which I think is going to be like a great combo. New movies are actually being released on Wednesday this week. Okay. Susanna says the Central Lutheran Church in Van Nuys has a food bank on Mondays. Yes, and I passed by a church on my way to work in Pasadena. I'll go ahead and share that. In Pasadena on my way to work, there's a big church and it says on Saturdays that they do a food bank. And I just want to remind everybody, you don't have to be a member of the faith of that church or that venue, mosque, synagogue, whatever it is that is giving back to the community. You don't have to be a member of that faith in order to receive their services. So if there's a food bank at the Lutheran church, you don't have to be of the Lutheran faith in order to go get food from them. And when you go and pick up food from them, they're not going to try and convert you. They're not going to shame you for not being a member of that faith. It's not like that. Churches often give back to the community, right? They put on carnivals and what have you, and you don't have to be a member of that faith in order to go participate in a lot of the programs. Yeah, Susanna says no questions asked here. So please, thank you, Susanna, so much for sharing that. Yeah, and it's just really good. So, whatever is local to you, I know that the church that I pass, they have a big sign in the front of the church that says that they do that every Saturday. So no questions asked at the Central Lutheran Church in Van Nuys. Yeah, and the one my mom goes to is out towards La Puente, and yeah, there's a line sometimes, and they won't help you carry stuff to your car, and sometimes they give you a lot of stuff. Like my mom got it's like a little red cart, like a wagon. It's foldable, so it's not like a red flyer wagon that's like metal and would be heavy for her to lift in and out of the car, but she takes like a whole wagon because it used to be at the food banks before the pandemic that you could kind of say, yes, I'd like that, or no, I don't. Like, because my mom's a diabetic, so she gets a lot of sweets that she's started eating again. But she used to be able to decline those. She used to say, no, thank you. I'm diabetic. That's going to have too much sugar for me. But after the pandemic, they kind of just pre-fill the bags. Everybody kind of gets the same thing and they just kind of give it to you. And so you might want to take something. Another good thing that's foldable that you might want to take if you need to go to the food bank is like one of those I see people use them for laundry a lot, like a taller metal cart. But my mom bought a collapsible, like red, it's probably for kids, but like it's a little red cart because they really give you a lot of stuff. It's like I would say that my mom probably gets 3 to 4 bags of stuff. And remember at Thanksgiving time they'll give you a turkey, and near Christmas they normally give you a ham. So those things alone are big. You're not going to carry a big turkey plus like all kinds of stuff. So yeah, take something or take someone to help you carry all of that stuff, because they really give you a lot of items. And again, no shame in going to the food bank. And a lot of times, some of it's really good stuff. Sometimes my mom gives me the stuff that she's not going to eat. My mom also, maybe if you guys don't want to like wait in line, but you need to use the services of the food bank, something really nice that my mom does is she'll go one week and she'll get all the stuff and then she'll share it with all of her senior friends that maybe they can't go or just whatever extra. And if my mom really, really has extra, she'll give it to some of the people in the trailer park because like it's really a lot of stuff. I think typically, but not necessarily, but typically, like it's maybe people that have bigger families that go than my mom because they kind of just give everybody the same thing. I think they do base it on the size of your family. But for a lot, it's standardized. Like everybody gets the same bread and they get the same danishes or what have you. I lost my train of thought for a second. Um, it can be a lot of stuff and it can be too much stuff for one person. So yeah, take something with you or someone with you to carry the stuff. And then if you can't use it all, you can give back. Hi, Mary. How are you? Okay. So Debbie's asking how's the commute to Pasadena? Potholes, traffic, distance, etc. Okay, so I have mentioned before that I live about 15 minutes west of downtown. I live like 15 minutes from kind of everything, not Pasadena though. So I live 15 minutes from downtown. I live 15 minutes from Santa Monica. I live 15 minutes from Hollywood. Really cool, like, central location, which is great. My commute to and from work has increased. And it seems like so from where I live, I get to drive the 110 um every day to and from work. And I will tell you, coming home late at night, that 110 freeway is a little bit crazy and not ideal. And I have almost been hit and I'm like, "Oh my god, I don't want to make this commute anymore." The commute's further. So it's tricky. There's not really any potholes. I would say that there's more potholes like around just the local roads where I live versus on the freeways. I know the rain has made a lot of the potholes worse. So do drive carefully, you guys, if you're out there driving around. There's 16 of you in here. I would love if you guys took a moment and liked the video. I would appreciate that very much. Also, let me know if you have any questions about finance. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys worried that they're ending the extra food stamps? Do you guys have any creative ideas for how you're gonna make your finances stretch? Are you guys good? What can I do to help you? That's what I want to know. So yeah, and I just again, like Susanna's saying, she mentioned the Central Lutheran Church in Van Nuys that they have a food bank on Mondays. That's actually really good too because I think a lot of people. Oh, thanks, Debbie. You liked the video. I think a lot of people they go on the weekends, so it's kind of cool that there's one on a Monday. And I almost wonder because I think grocery stores donate to the food banks. So I almost wonder if the grocery stores like that's when they're going to get their new shipments, so it's the stuff they haven't sold from the weekend. I don't know if grocery stores kind of work like that. I don't know if like the weekends are when I imagine that that's when most people go grocery shopping. And so maybe the stores sell whatever is near its best buy date. I will say that if you go to the food bank, you are going to get a lot of things like, growing up, I heard the term day old bakery, right? So you're going to get some day old bakery items, but you'll get some stuff that's not day old bakery. Also, sometimes you're going to get things that maybe it's misprinted. So, but it's still perfectly good to eat? So, like, just because bread has a best by date of April 2nd, if you put that in the freezer, you can like keep it for 2 weeks, then pull it out in 2 weeks when you need it. So yeah, it doesn't just best by dates can usually be stretched pretty far out. So yeah, and then Mondays would be a cool day to go because I think maybe lines are longer at the food banks that are on the weekends. That's what I would imagine. Food banks, my mom goes pretty early when she goes to the food bank. And because I work at a movie theater, which is mainly like a night job, I'm not usually up that early. Like this is kind of 11 a.m. is when I get up and get going and starting my day because a lot of times I'm not getting home from work until 11, 12, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Susanna says here they provide new stuff by a food bank and some used, but mostly new stuff. Yeah. Also, sometimes my mom got a really great sweatshirt from the food bank once. So sometimes there's other items. And yeah, it can be like it's like when you go shopping at Ross, right? But Ross and TJ Maxx and stuff, they're getting expensive also. A lot of times those if you really look, even though it might be a name brand label, like it's not quite sewn right or the tag might be a little off kilter or something like that. Oh, Debbie, how much is mm, uh money is the movie popcorn and soda now. It is not cheap. That is where movie theaters make the most of their money, though, is in the food and beverage. We have a bottomless combo, which is a large popcorn and a large drink for $15, which is probably the best deal. But I think there's tax on that, so it winds up being like $16.14 or something like that. So you're looking at almost $20 for a popcorn and a soda at the movie these days. But that is so kind of the structure, and this is not like a secret, right? So easily Googleable. I don't think that's a term, but anyway, Googleable. You can Google this. From the ticket admission price, which also can be pretty hefty sometimes, movie theaters have to split that with the distributors. So the distributor is the person who is putting the marketing dollars behind the movie. They're the ones that are approving the budget that the filmmaker set. That's really where the money to pay the actors, and actors make like exorbitant amounts of money that I don't think they should make, but it's neither here nor there. So we only keep like maybe half of the ticket price. Then you still have to pay employee wages, building rent, utilities, like the cost of goods, like the bucket you're putting the popcorn in. We use real butter, which is expensive. So yeah, it's expensive, but running a business is expensive, and movie theaters from the dawn of time, like concessions have largely footed the bill. Now we sell alcohol, and that actually really helps. There's good profit margins on alcohol as well. Okay. Rhonda says, hope all is well. You've been super busy working. Oh, and by the way, you finally got your middle class tax refund last week. Thanks for all your help. You're so welcome. And I cannot believe you just got that last week. So I am still seeing people. I'm in the Facebook message boards, and so they are still being issued. I've seen lots of people who are in the same boat as you. Rhonda, I'm wondering, did you move? Did they mail it to the wrong place first? It got returned and then they had to put it to a new address. Also, this is my camera back here, which I don't usually use, but it looks like, I feel like it's a weird, and the microphone, which, Mom, I don't know if I finished saying this. All right. My mom and I filmed a video. I should have worn this. My mom and I filmed a video where we went wedding dress shopping, even though I'm not getting married. And I just had a chance to look at the footage, and the sound isn't good. So I don't know why the sound isn't good. Also, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, hot dog is $6, which I feel like is standard for movie theater. It's an all beef hot dog. It's cooked to order. Like not like you'd order a medium rare hot dog, but like what I mean, it's not like sitting in a warmer, like rotating or anything. Like it's refrigerated until you ask for it, and then use this technology to heat it. That's not a microwave. So yeah, $6 for a hot dog. Okay, Susanna says, Susanna, I've never seen you in here, so thank you so much for just joining and chatting and participating, and welcome. And I really appreciate the information and the encouragement, and like just normalizing using a food bank, right? And guys, this might be tricky if you have kids, because kids are a pain in the tush. Like I know I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to the food bank. I don't want people to know we're poor. And my mom was like, well, honey, everybody else in that line is going to also know we're poor. Kids, I've done this before. I'm going to do it again for the 16 of you on the bus. The kids used to sing this to me because I got my shoes from Payless. They said, Pro Wings make your feet feel fine. Pro Wings cost $1.99. And even when I was a kid, Pro Wings were more than $1.99. But like, what the heck, kids? Kids are not kind to each other. Oh, and Susanna says that last week they gave huge bags of frozen fish sticks, dried beans, bags of almonds and walnuts, yogurt for children and adults, and a bag of potatoes, a bag of grits, and baby diapers. Baby diapers that's amazing that they gave that out. I think sometimes my mom, she got like some emergency. She's gotten some sunscreen before, like really good sunscreen. It smells a little off. It's by Coolia, which is like a really upscale brand. And their products just kind of smell a little weird anyway. But yeah, my mom got that. And then she doesn't use sunscreen. I wish she would, but she gave that to me. Also, like, where's my little spot that I worry about? Right there. But my doctor says that's not sun damage. Also, I'm having trouble with doctor's bills. It's wonderful. Okay. Okay, so Rhonda says about the middle class tax refund that she just got last week, even though they were already supposed to have sent it, that she did not move. So they sent it to the TurboTax account that was open when you filed with them in 2020. Lesson learned. I actually filed with a regular tax accountant now, and it took them forever to find it. Oh man, that sucks, but I am really glad that you finally got it. Okay. Sounds like a happy movie day for two is about $50. Yes, that's probably accurate. I will say that, yeah, no, that's still going to be, there's a lot of theaters now. I don't know why, but it's Tuesday for multiple chains. So I'm still not saying where I work, but multiple chains have like a $9 Tuesday. So Tuesdays are going to be like probably your cheapest day to go if you want to go see a movie. $9 for the ticket. And then, yeah, you're looking at, extra for concessions. What I would do, like, let's say you want to see Dungeons and Dragons and you also want to see Mario Brothers. You get the bottomless combo, right? So you get a large and a large. Most theaters have refills on the large. See two movies in one day. Do Dungeons and Dragons and do Super Mario Brothers. It's going to be the perfect family combo right there in terms of movies on a Tuesday. That way you're seeing it close. I know that a lot of people used to buy a ticket to one movie and then they would sneak in. That is not possible most of the time in today's environment because it's all reserved seating. So if you just hop into another theater, even if the staff doesn't notice, chances are that like another customer is going to come back and be like, "You're in my seat." And then that's when they would come out and let you know, "Hey, you're not supposed to be there." Or they would come out and tell the staff, "Hey, there's someone in my seat." So theater hopping's not as much of a thing. But anyway, yeah, I would just do double feature and I would see two movies back to back, get that bottomless combo and get it refilled. That's going to be your cheapest way to do the movie. Hi, Francis. Francis, did you get my message? Do you have a picture? Look at that like white streak in my hair. Do you have a picture from when you did my hair? Because I know that you asked me to post a review and I will happily do that. I would love to do it with a picture. I also am going to go back through my post on YouTube because I think when you did my hair, I think I shared it with everybody as a picture there. So I want to put a picture with the review. But if you have a picture, if you still have one, text it to me. Okay. W says, I need a new car. Would it be unwise to get a V6 sports car? I feel the Prius would be better. Okay. So I don't know a lot about cars, right? I know about financing cars and it's going to depend on your needs. I will say that I believe sports cars cost more for car insurance. And I swear to you guys, this is a true story. My last car was a Mitsubishi Mirage and it had 300,000 miles on it and it just really gave up the ghost after that long. So I needed a new one. It was to the point I didn't think I would be able to drive off of the lot with it. So I really, really needed a new car. And I wanted a Toyota Corolla, just the cheapest one, but they didn't have any. They had like the Toyota Corolla Sport model. And then, ooh, Alex, I see your question and we'll get there. Okay. So, Alex, interesting question. All right. Hold on. Let me finish the car rant and then we'll switch to some of your questions, Alex. Okay. So I was considering buying a Toyota Corolla, not the sport model, but all they had was the sport model, which I want to say at the time was $21,000. And like at the time, a base model not sport Toyota Corolla should have been about 16 to 18,000, right? So it was going to be like $3,000 more for the Toyota Corolla Sport model. Then it was, since they only had the sport model in stock, I hadn't really been looking. I have a Prius C myself. So the Prius C is like the lowest entry level model Prius, but it actually gets better gas mileage than the regular Prius. But I was literally in the dealership and I stepped away. I said, let me call my insurance company and find out how much each of these cars would cost to insure. So basically, I was looking at the same car payment for either a Toyota Corolla Sport or the Prius C. When I called the insurance company, like it was going to be less money by like $20 or something, but all of these little fees add up. So it was going to be about $20 less to insure the Prius each month than it would have been to do the Sport. And hi Jeff, and I have a really good driving record as well, like no tickets, no accidents. Knock on, I don't have anything wood, but knock on something wood. My friend used to knock on her head. Anyway, that I continue with my good driving record, but a car that has anything in the word sport in it is potentially going to be more to insure. That's the point of that really long-winded story. So I would probably steer away from that unless there's some reason that you need that car. Prius is probably like, my mom has always told me, like, get a sensible car. She's also told me, like, don't get something so fancy that, like, over time, somebody's probably going to park next to you and they're going to accidentally bump it with the door, right? So just treat it as a necessity, something you need to get to and from work. But I would factor in the cost of insurance in that. And I would just think that the sports car is going to cost more to insure. And then, of course, it's also going to cost more in gas each time you fill it up. I made a video. I want to say right now my car is taking about 35 miles, $35 to fill the tank. So just, I would factor those things in because I don't like $20 extra a month for car insurance plus like maybe $20, $30 each time you fill the tank. That's not going to be good. All right. So Alex says, is Mario Brothers, the new movie coming out, racist towards Italians? And so I was just saying a little bit earlier that I'm not really familiar with the game. So I don't know. I'm not really qualified to comment on that. I like to think that it's a cartoon. So I hope it's not, but again, I'm not really familiar with it. And even if it is, it's gonna do well at the box office. But I'll keep my eye out for any articles about that, and I'll share with you what I find. Okay. Alex says, any good shows that I've seen lately? Swarm on Amazon Prime is really good. I will check that out. I started watching, my friend gave me their Showtime password. I started watching Yellow Jackets, which I like. Yellow Jackets seems like it's similar so far to a show called The Wilds on Amazon Prime, but I still like it. And what else? I'm planning on watching Succession and Daisy and the Six. So I'm planning on watching all of those. And of course, I'm watching The Mandalorian with Baby Yoda. This season's a little bit weird, but I'm still watching it. Am I watching anything else? I don't know. Okay. Debbie wants me to talk about the bank issues occurring, withdrawal crazes, high CD rates at some, failures abound, etc. Okay, we'll talk about that. Let me see what Infinity has to say. You drive a V6 sports car, and it's incredibly fun to drive. It's an old 2003 model, but it's awesome. It's not practical if saving money is your goal. Prius for practicality. Yeah. And I love, though, that you do have a 2003. We've talked about that before. So I knew that. I knew not to say, what are you doing driving that and watching this channel? But yeah, I am glad it's totally paid for. I'm glad to hear that you're still driving it. Other cars that I kind of recommend, by the way, are like a Kia Forte, but check the insurance on those because on older models, there was some theft issue that got like exposed on TikTok. And so in some states, older Kias are getting more expensive to insure, like an entry level Nissan, Toyota Yaris. I'm not sure if they still make those, but basically, like whatever the entry level car is, and then Toyotas and Hondas seem to last the longest. But again, you just need it to go from here to there. I used to really yell at one of my coworkers playfully because he always had a lease on a car, and it was like an $800 payment. Okay, so let's talk about the bank stuff. For most of us, we don't need to withdraw our money, right? Because it's FDIC insured, federally insured for up to $250,000. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have. So if you only have less than $250,000 in the bank, your money is insured. So you will be able to get your money. So if you have less than $250,000 in the bank, there's not really a need to withdraw it as long as your bank is FDIC insured. This is interesting also because smaller banks are potentially at higher risk for everybody withdrawing their money. And really loosely, what happens with this is that I deposit $1,000. And then the bank is allowed to lend out $999 of my money to you, Debbie. And then, so now I've deposited $1,000, but the bank lent out $999 to Debbie. Then of Debbie's $999, they're allowed to lend out $998 to Infinity. And it just keeps going on and on and on. Hi, Khalid. Good to see you've got those dollar bills flying. So, all right, and Infinity will answer the Star Wars question in a second. Okay, so they're allowed to lend out money on money on money on money. So really it's just like the initial deposit, and then they're allowed to like lend it out multiple times. And so if everybody tries to withdraw their money all at once, they don't actually have enough money to pay all of those people. And that is making people nervous, and they don't want to put their money in the bank anymore. But they are FDIC insured up to like $250,000. They're going to be bailed out most likely by the government, even if they did fail. So, yeah, and I'm not sure what my advice would be if somebody had more than $250,000 in cash, like, right? Because you're not also, let's say I won the lottery today and I had $1 million in cash. So that's going to have to go into some sort of bank, right? I think what I would do personally, if it was I say just $1 million, but if it was just $1 million, that would be 250,000 times 4. So I would spread that amongst 4 different banks. I want my money. I don't want to risk losing my money. So I would only put the amount that was FDIC insured in any bank. But there's so many banks that you could really do that up to, several multiple millions of dollars, right? There's Chase, there's Wells Fargo, there's Yada Bank, which I still am a fan of. There's Ally Bank, which has high interest returns right now. You can save money in gold on Robinhood, but they're not a bank. There's American Express has a bank, Chase has a bank. There's like credit unions are like banks. I don't really know how credit unions different than a bank, except for credit unions are run more by the people than by like a corporation. But for the most part, I think that we don't have to worry. Like the average viewer of my channel probably does not have more than $250,000. So I would say that it's safe to keep your money where it is. I'm still a fan of investing. I have my Yada link down below. Also, I would put money into the stock market, right? And then if I had like just crazy amounts of money, I would also look at rental properties, things like that, to invest the money in that wasn't sitting around in a bank account. I think that it's incredibly sad for the people that did have more than $250,000 in the bank and just the uncertainty that that might be causing for them. But I think unless you had more than the amount that the bank would insure, which should be $250,000, I don't see a need to withdraw your money. If you are nervous, even like if you have it, like I said, smaller banks that have like less assets are sort of at higher risk, which maybe leaves a bank like Yada, which I do have my money in, exposed to the possibility that if everybody withdrew their money, that it could cause them some problems and could cause them to collapse. One, I think that they would get bailed out, and two, it's again insured up to $250,000, which I don't have more than that in there, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, Infinity has a fun question and says, if any character in Star Wars, what would it be? You would personally want to be the Emperor because he has a vast empire, oppressive, yet he's the boss. LOL. Well, I have been a boss in my real life career for a long time. And while I don't love some of the challenges that she's faced, that's not the right word. But anyway, I would totally be Princess Leia because I feel like every little girl wants to be Princess Leia. And everybody loves Princess Leia, so that's who I would be. I want to be like the most loved of everyone. Okay. Joel says, if you won $1 million, you would cash it out all in quarters and do the Scrooge McDuck thing where he dives into it like it's a liquid. In actuality, it would be a solid and you would die. Okay, well, I don't know if you would totally die. It would depend on how far like the diving board was, right? If you just jumped, if it was more of a pit and you jumped, but it would hurt if you jumped into like a pit of coins. Also, like I don't know about you, but if I filled my bedroom with that many coins that you could jump into it, I think that I think that like it would collapse the floor. I think the floor would be like, nope, this is too much weight. And like my whole house would literally just cave in. Okay. And then Alex, what do you think about Mario Brothers? I'm thinking about that now. Is Mario Brothers racist towards Italians? I don't know. I don't know. I hope not. I really do hope not because it's a cartoon and it's meant to be fun. So I really, really, really hope not. It might perpetuate some stereotypes though. Okay, let's see here. All right, you guys, I have a thing that I've been meaning to open for like, I don't know how long. So I think we're just going to do it on live because it came like this from Amazon. And I already looked to see if there's a link. I saw this on TikTok and I was like, I need that because I collect toys and like the weirder the toy, the better. So I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it is kind of spring related. And I've had it for almost a year and I haven't opened it. I definitely saw this on TikTok, so TikTok made me buy this. And I thought it's perfect to unbox it now because it's Easter themed. Okay, I already love this. Okay, so it's a chicken, but it's going to do something funny. And the little kid's face that I saw on this when the chicken did the thing, it's got an egg. I don't know if they still sell this. And this took like forever for me to get it. It took like 3 months, I want to say. and I'm not sure if it's still available. Look how cute this is. But Mom, you can't have it. Sorry. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay, hold on. Oh, how am I going to show what it does? Also, just its batteries. Oh, I think it. Oh my goodness, guys. It needs batteries to do what it's supposed to do. And I don't think I have a tiny screwdriver handy. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it does. Okay, up here is an egg, right? But did you know that chickens lay eggs out of their caboose? So I think it's like do 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 do, and then it's just gonna plop an egg out. It's a chicken. It's a chicken that lays an egg. TikTok made me buy this. So the reaction from the kid that bought this, well, not the kid, but the parents, like the kid was like, "What?" Because it's definitely eggs come out of its behind. But like that's how chickens actually lay eggs. It's not. It's for me because I'm a crazy lady. And I've been having this to unbox for a long time. I should go get, this has been sitting in my house for like almost a year. And I haven't unboxed it until right now. And it's the perfect time. So I think I got to go get batteries. I got to really pull my dress down. All right, let me see. Okay, this is about the Mario Brothers. Alex says, it might not be racist, but in cancel culture of today, I think someone could think it needs to be canceled. It probably can't. All right, I gotta really pull my dress down. I gotta go get batteries and a little screwdriver. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Oh, there could be money in the egg. That would be a good idea. And it looks like it's gonna come with 3 eggs, a purple, a yellow, and a green. All right. So Debbie, as I walk away, you guys are probably going to see why I cannot actually. This dress is a little too short. Anyway, I'm going to go get batteries and a little screwdriver so that we can see this chicken in action. I'm still looking. I got the batteries. I hope I didn't just moon everybody. Did I just moon everybody? Oh, no. Did I? Was I mooning everybody? Debbie, did I just show my whole caboose while I was in that cabinet? Can you please tell me? Don't rewind. Oh. Okay, well, that's why I can't wear the dress. Gotta find a little screwdriver. And I'm not gonna back up this time. This is the tiniest one. I know, did I put the batteries in the freezer? Okay. Okay, so I don't know what size batteries it takes. Probably double A's, and I didn't actually find this. So we gotta open it up and see. And this is not what you guys tuned in for. Okay. This still seems a little big. I hope I don't. I totally should. You know what we should do is like, this is actually not a bad idea because I got to use this for something. But maybe I could get permission from my job to let each person like turn it on. And then there's 3 eggs, and like maybe every 3rd egg, like somebody gets like 1 movie pass or something. I feel like that's a good idea. Okay, hold on. This is so weird. I wonder if there's batteries in there. This is a little bit. Oh my goodness. I was doing righty tighty because it said to open it that way. But it definitely needs to be lefty loosey. I really want to see the chicken do its thing. Sorry. I've been meaning to do this, so also my kitchen looks junky, so I'm going to put my head here. Guys, there's 16 of you in here. Right now I'm unboxing a chicken that's going to lay an egg out of its caboose, because that's actually how chickens lay their eggs, which is super weird, but whatever. Let's see. Nope. Okay. It's almost. I hope I'm not stripping this screw. All right, like, do I need to edit that out? I think I probably need to edit it out. I hope I did not show my whole caboose. Haha. Haha. Uh-oh. I've got 18 viewers now, though, so maybe I should accidentally show my caboose. Also, I did not realize how much on camera I still was when I went to go get the batteries. So I probably wouldn't have bent over like that. I definitely wouldn't have been over like that if I would have realized, because I'm aware that this dress is a little bit short. Hopefully people don't watch that, but yeah, I'll try and edit that out. You call the purple egg. Yeah, so maybe we're still trying to, this is like the worst toy ever. Or I just have like the worst screwdriver ever. I feel like this should be lifting up enough. I need a whole different kind of screwdriver to get this open. I get impatient. So now I'm going to try and open it with a pen. No. Sorry guys. Well, I just don't know what I showed on camera, Francis. You might have not been watching. But I think when I went to go get batteries, I might have overshared. Also, Mom, I need a tiny screwdriver. If you go to the 99-cent store, maybe I gotta go to Home Depot. We're still unscrewing this, guys. Also, there's 18 of you in here. I normally talk about money, finance. We're talking about how the food stamps are ending and how that's going to impact people. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. So it needs 3 batteries. Double A's. Double A's. Mom, didn't I buy double A's or did I buy triple A's? Because, not gonna lie, the double A's that I have are in a... Okay, well, where do I go? Okay, and I have a special Ziploc bag where no matter which way you unzip it, it is still locked. The heck? Okay. Let's see if I can get these the batteries that are in the dead pile. Let's see if they will work. Oh my goodness. If I did all this and I don't have batteries, guys, we'll have to do part 2 when it's actually Easter. Okay, let's plus. I think these are all plus. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh. All right. Is it gonna go? I don't understand. This is the worst unboxing ever. Okay, it probably just needs different batteries. Let me go see. All right, Dollar Store has the best batteries. Okay. I'm gonna check one more place to see if I have batteries that won't involve bending over. batteries. Okay. Awesome. So gotta go back and maybe unlist this video. I'm pretty sure I only have 2 batteries. This takes 3 batteries. And it sounded for a second like it was going to do something. And then it didn't. Yeah. All of that, no payoff. So part 2 to be continued next weekend. All right. Thank you guys. All right. So I hope everybody does okay. Please don't be embarrassed to use the food bank. And next week, I'll put batteries in this thing and we can see the chicken on Easter Sunday, right? Okay. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you guys next time. I'm nervous still about my dress.